Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I'm your host, Christian Murms, Murmdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And to the bottom of my computer screen, we have our in-studio comedian, Topazkin Shubsway Chuck. How you doing today, my friend?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Yeah, how y'all feeling? You feeling all right? I hope you feeling.
I'm feeling all right. How you doing? This is the first time we're talking since the special.
God damn, and that shit. That was wild.
That shit was wild. That was a really fun episode to do.
We was really towing the line. I'm pretty sure somebody out there is mad. And if you're mad, I am so sorry that you feel. I'm so sorry.
No, there's a difference between like towing the line of like what may or may not be a little bit offensive here and there, but there were parts in that episode that were definitely offensive and that definitely needed to be edited out or they were bleeped.
That's not true.
Yes, there were. I'm not going to say what it was because obviously I don't want to fucking deal with that editing process again right now. But there was that whole part like an hour and 20 minutes in where I think we put in like 15 bleeps because of some of the shit that was being said. And I was like, I've never had it bleeped out this much.
No.
So
okay.
It was
everything's okay.
Yeah. I mean, everything's okay now. The episode, it was published. So how it's published is
and
fine, but we're still here. We are.
It didn't take us down.
I think it was a great show.
Oh, I do too. I don't think that made it a worse show, but it was definitely there was definitely some more editing than usual that needed.
It was amazing. Like we had so much fun. It was such a vibe. We were vibing. I don't care what anybody says, Murms. You know what I'm saying? We was fucking straight up fucking vibing. All right. It's like Krishan said, it's a vibe all the time. You know what I mean?
Stephanie, you had oh, actually, you know what? Let me introduce you. I hear you. Don't worry. I think she's bleeping out. I am going to introduce you, and then I have a question for you, Stephanie. Anyway. So to the bottom right of my computer screen, we have my sister from the East, that Puerto Rican mamacita from Spanish Harlem, Stephanie 2.0. How you doing today?
Gang, motherfuckers. How we doing today? How the fuck are we doing today? We're doing good? Great. I didn't take my fucking meds today, so I am like, woo, fucking great.
Wow. All right. Yeah. I wanted to say, Stephanie, because I, of course, had to listen. I hope everyone listened to it, but I had to listen back to that special as it was going through the editing process. And everyone had like funny parts, of course, everyone with their characters and stuff. But you had, I don't know, I kept laughing every time I heard it, where like we're in the middle of talking kind of about you, and you were playing, of course, the character Corna, and out of nowhere, you just go like, yeah, there's a fucking hole in my foot. The shit stank. I don't know why, but every time when that part came up, I would have to pause it. I'm like, that shit was funny. It just came out of nowhere. It was very funny. But anyway, Stephanie, how have you been?
I'm good, man. I'm fucking great. Life can't be any better, It's just it's fucking great, man. School started. Landon is he's like the ambassador for his school. Like everybody fucking loves Landon. I swear it's insane. I swear. He's such a ladies' man. Yeah, he's such a ladies' man.
That's your old baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that
everybody loves
true.
you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why my Instagram is You Love Style.
See, I started OnlyFans. Ain't nobody on my OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, that was another thing that came up. Everyone had it. That was funny. I'm glad everyone went with that. So the improv is there's a lot of great ways to do improv from what I've studied. I'm not a huge comedian myself, but from what I've studied on improv specifically, a lot of the best stuff that comes from it is when people go and yes, which means like they just keep adding on to adding on to adding on to what people are saying instead of just saying no, that didn't happen. And like there was that whole part where someone came in and said Chuck's character had an OnlyFans, and he was about to be kind of like, no, I don't. And then like everyone simultaneously in order was like, oh yeah, I've seen it. And then someone else was like, oh yeah, no, I've paid for it. And like it all just went down like that. There was a lot of parts, that was,
but they put me in a corner. They put me in a corner.
Yeah, but it worked out. It was really funny. So congratulations on the special, guys. Thank you for your hard work on that. And I think it was a really great episode. So also to the listeners out there, if you haven't heard it yet, go fucking listen to it.
Go listen to that shit.
Not gonna lie, that episode, I've been fasting ever since. I'm trying to cleanse my soul.
You put in some of your some of your best acting in that, and we got to see it on your camera too. You would change.
I even got to dress up for it.
Yeah, you dressed up. You changed your view. You did push-ups at one point. You were yelling at fictional children in the hallway. It's funny. But yeah, no, congratulations, guys. That was really great, and it was a great time to be there. But now that almost everyone here has been introduced, Stephanie, do you think it's time?
Hell motherfucking yeah, it's time. Shit.
All right, Chuck, do you think it's time?
Of course it's time.
All right. I think it's time that we introduce someone else here that we have on the podcast with us today. To the top left of my computer screen, we have with us a first-time guest. So welcome the first-time guest. She is also a DJ and, as I always like to say, a fellow podcastateer, not posketeer, like Stephanie likes to say, a podcastateer, the podcast Wine at the Table. Please introduce yourself, DJ TuShay. How are you doing today?
All right. I'm good, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm great. I'm glad to be here as well.
So glad you're here.
Yeah. So yeah, what did she call it again?
We call
podcastateer.
She called it a posketeer. It's not.
That's the Mickey Mouse thing.
Y'all trying to play me right now, and it's posketeer. Okay,
it's not. It's definitely not.
It's posketeer. Murms, it's fucking posketeer, and I don't care what you say because I have an accent, and I would explain this shit to you. There's certain fucking letters that just don't fucking exist. Listen, it don't exist, but you know what I'm saying. Why are you trying to play me all the time?
All right, fine. All right, fine.
Okay.
Let's. I don't want to get on anyone's. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings by not.
Thank you.
Regarding any accents out there, but let me ask you this: can you say the word podcast?
Podcast.
Okay. Now, can you say tier?
Tier.
Okay. So you can fucking say the word. It has nothing to do with your accent.
Podcastateer.
No, you did it.
Hey.
Oh,
Podcastateer. Anyway, she's amazing. Back to you. Go ahead.
Thank you. So yeah, y'all should let me come on here and DJ for y'all one day.
Yeah,
let's go.
You want to do it right now?
Here, man.
Can you do it now? No, she's like,
yeah. I don't have everything set up. But y'all should let me like come in like on a commercial break or something. And,
hell yeah, $5. $5.
Oh my God, guys. She should do my intro.
Your intro?
Yeah.
What intro? What intro do you get?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What you mean?
What intro? Oh, you're fat. Oh.
Okay. I could get somebody to actually do an intro for you guys. I have an intro for mine as well.
Yes. I know
what it sound like. Do it with your mouth.
It's actually
do it from what you have right now.
Oh, man, I wish I could play it. It's somebody else. He did it for me. It's actually my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he did it for me. But I'm from Chicago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Chi-Town.
Hell yeah. Are you still there right now?
I am. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Probably gonna always be here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna always be here, y'all. I can't do none of the those tornadoes, none of that. So we gonna stay right here.
I mean, I don't want to make you go anywhere else, but I'm pretty sure there are other parts of the U.S. that don't have tornadoes either. So
I don't know. It's like every time I look up, it's somebody talking about a tornado, and I'm okay.
I mean, because you're right there. That's why.
Yeah, I don't think Chicago is the only one that's tornado proof. I'm pretty sure.
Right, you're right.
As long as you stay away from Kansas or the middle of the country, you're pretty damn good.
Chicago's the only one that's tornado proof in tornado area.
Well, yeah. Well, usually
That makes sense.
I don't want to bore everyone with how tornadoes work, but usually because they need flat ground to move. That's how they stay. So like if there's buildings and tall there's skyscrapers in Chicago. It's a city, obviously, so it's hard for a tornado to first of all form there and then let alone move. So that's why Kansas is they have all the familiar symptoms of good tornadoes out there. But anyway, enough about all that tornado.
Saying,
shout out to Wakita.
Leave Kansas.
Leave Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
And don't come to Chicago. Take your ass to Alaska or some shit. Don't go to
That's a big jump. Why? Because they're both cold?
No, because fucking Alaska. Look, I met this girl yesterday, and she was like, I'm from Alaska, and I was like, Black people live out there? So I had to look. I looked at the demographics, and it's like 2 or 3% Black people.
Yeah,
and I was like. And there's only like 700,000 people that live in that whole state. Yeah. More people need to move to Alaska. Yeah, take your ass to Alaska.
I think Black people live in every state. I just think some states have a higher percentage. I don't think there's a single state that doesn't. That's just like there are no Black people. That's insane.
Besides the Utah Jazz basketball team, we do not live in Utah.
Well, okay, that I'm just saying that might be the percentage, but there is a percentage in every state.
Besides the basketball team, we do not fuck with Utah.
Black people in no fucking Wisconsin, except for Kanye.
Yes, there are. What are you talking about?
No,
I think
Black person in Wisconsin.
Kanye would never go to Wisconsin, and two. A lot of Chicagoans move.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people from Chicago live in Wisconsin now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. You were talking about that in an earlier episode, Chuck, that a lot of people from Chicago were moving to Wisconsin. But anyway, geez, we are getting I want to, let's stay with our guest here. So DJ TuShay, I want to ask, so you're from Chicago. When did you start? I know this is a softball question, but when did you start DJing? When did you start getting into the music scene like that? When did that happen?
So let me tell you a story.
Sure.
I was in grammar school, and I'm sorry. Let me go a little further. High school, and you want things in high school, and your parents can't really afford them. So you got to go and hustle. So I'm walking around like, I can make y'all some playlists, some mixtapes. So that's how it started. It started with me just trying to make money, and seeing people out there with the little CDs, and you got, they wanted you to buy the CDs and or whatnot. So that's kind of how it started. And I just had a love for the actual sound. You know what I mean? Since then, of course, I made like a couple dollars, and I was selling candy and all that stuff. But after that, I fell in love with Kanye. Since y'all bought him up.
Let's go, Kanye.
And ever since then, I just never stopped listening to music. I mean, my mom, they play like, the Sunday jams. You got to clean up in the morning. I clean up every Sunday, Saturday morning for some reason. But yeah, because I'm like, damn, ain't this clean from yesterday? But okay, whatever.
Never be too clean.
Yeah, so you had all that. You had your what was that? Anita Baker's, all of those.
Oh yeah,
it's a whole bunch of those. And that's what happened. I fell in love with the music then, and then I want to say I started DJing around 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did that work? Were you just making, let's say, some beats or some music for people, or were you going to, let's say, events, shows where you did DJing, like in the background clubs or bars?
No, I was actually in my bedroom, and
nice.
had a radio with the clock on it, and they was playing the same songs. Every hour they playing the exact. And I said, man, I want to listen to something. I wonder, how do they? Also, when I did hear, like, so there's a DJ here called DJ Ferris, and he's been DJing in Chicago for a while as well.
He's still DJing.
Yeah, he's still DJing. Yeah. And I would hear his mixes all the time on the radio. Like I would just only listen to the radio at, I think it was 5:00 just to hear his mixes. And I just bought me a board one day. I ended up renting a computer. Spent a lot of money. Yeah, spent a lot of money with the renting. Should have just bought one out. And I just started making my own mixes from there.
Nice.
From in the bedroom. Yep.
DJ Fair has been DJing since we was kids. Kids.
Yeah, kids. Like high school.
Before that. Before we met.
Oh wow. I wanted to ask about the DJing process. How long would you say it took you to, and then we'll get into the actual process, but how long did it take you to actually start getting the hang of, DJing? I don't know how DJing works. Like I've seen, shout out to Trip God Jimmy. I've seen him with all the, I don't even know what you call it. I'm just going to say equipment, but it looks like a bunch of keyboards and stuff and like mixes. I don't know. So I know there's a lot that goes into it. It looks like there's a million buttons on those boards. So how long did it take you? Yeah, the mix board. Thank you. How long did it take you to get used to that process of using that equipment?
So the first time it took me a while because I had the wrong equipment first. Let's start with that.
The wrong equipment?
Yeah, I had the wrong equipment. I had the dinosaur equipment. That's what I thought for. It's like what it was so many chords, and I was just like, no, that ain't what I see. I see when they be 2-3 chords, and it's an easy setup. So it took me with that controller. It took me almost like 3 months just to kind of understand how to mix and what am I like, what song's supposed to go with what, which, with the whole beat matching. And then I upgraded to a more modern turntable controller. That's what they're called. They're called controllers.
So you would say you were more self-learned. You didn't really no one
I didn't
specifically taught you.
No, I didn't. And when I want to say when I got a little familiar and I started making my mixes, I was getting feedback, and then I went on YouTube. Everybody, YouTube University. Everybody go check that out. Okay, you learn everything from YouTube.
You do.
And that's when I kind of started perfecting it. And once I felt that I perfected it, I kind of stayed off of YouTube. I mean, I go on there to, some of the little mixing techniques, but I just learned it on my own at this point. I just figure it out on my own at this point.
Okay. So for anyone out there who said was interested in becoming a DJ or doing what you do, would you say it was a difficult experience to learn all of that? Or maybe it's just a lot to learn, but it's not difficult? How would you say the process of learning everything that you learned went?
It's not difficult. If you like music, it's not difficult. And I would also say you definitely have to have an ear for the beat, for the lyric. It's not difficult though. It's not difficult at all. It's I used to try to match a beat with an acapella. Okay. And it just sound like if they were to put this together on a track for real and play it on the radio, they wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to have an ear. That's what I will say. You have to have an ear for, is this going to keep the people moving, or are they going to walk out the room as soon as you hit play?
I'm going to go get a drink after this, right? Yeah, I'm going to drink.
That's the one that
I'm going to sit down for, I'm going to sit down. I'm tired. You know what I mean? So, but no, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Yeah. Yeah. Once, like I said, the equipment it kind of helps a lot, to be honest. It's so, I mean, now it's so advanced. It's you just press of a button. You know what I mean? It's a press of a button, but you still have to have that ear to know, should I put these two together? You know what I mean?
So I gotta ask.
Oh, sure.
What do DJs be having the damn headphones on for?
Oh, so if I'm playing a track, if I'm playing your record, if I'm playing Chuck's record, because I think you got a record out, right? No, I
got bars, man.
If I'm playing your record, and before I bring in anyone else's record, I need to know what that's going to sound like before I let you hear what it sounds like. You know what I mean? So I have to hear it. Yeah. There's a feature where I hear it before you guys hear it, and then I bring it in for you to hear it.
So how does that work?
So fucking dope.
So like, are like, say other people are listening to the music you're playing.
Right.
So are people hearing a different song from the one you're listening to currently? Like you're already listening to a song.
Yeah, so
ahead?
let me show y'all. I'm glad you said that because I bought this little board, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I always wonder, I'd be like, yo, the music's playing out loud. What the fuck you got headphones on for?
All right. Stephanie, I was going to say, someone describe that board for the listeners.
All right, listen. So this is a crossfader. If I turn this way, you're only going to hear the music on this side.
Yep.
Okay.
I have headphones in, so I'm hearing both. Now I can make it to where I turn this down and I just hear this. So before I decide to include everything, I'm going to hear it and then I'm going to start to move this over. Now you hear both.
Oh, okay.
Then as the beat keeps going and here comes the lyrics, I'm going to start to move this over and then you don't hear this anymore. That's it. That's pretty much it. This is all the scratching. You know, you hear the scratching. Okay. I don't really scratch nothing but, you know, my behind.
You also, I like how you kind of explained that. Like it seemed easy, but I feel like people who have never even touched any DJ equipment would have been like, I still don't know how the fuck that works. Like, okay, so you move this thing and a new song starts playing over another. All right, I guess.
Yeah.
So I remember, shout out to TuShay Ivy. I am not even considering myself a DJ, but his DJ, he was doing like a mini concert one day at a club and his DJ couldn't make it, got sick or something. So he asked me, he's like, hey, can you go on stage with me and just like play the song after the song after the song? And I was like, I think I can do that. And so I went up there, but all we had was like a MacBook and then all this DJ equipment. But really all I was doing was just playing the next song because I don't know how to do anything. But I thought there was a bunch of people there. So I was like, I don't want them to think like I'm just some guy playing a fucking song. So I was like pretending to like fuck around with the other shit, but I had no idea what I was doing. So I'm like up there like touching this shit, and it looks like I'm actually like maybe DJing a little bit, but like nothing was happening. I was just playing songs as they went.
I think you cracked the code, dog. I think they all do that.
Oh, that's the secret. You buy all this equipment and you don't use it.
Bro, I watched this DJ called like I forgot her name, but anyway, she like wears like fucking bikinis and then DJs on Facebook Live.
Okay.
Look, I only watch her because I seen her, and then now I just want to know what she be doing. And she be playing like this steady beat, and she just be touching like 1,000 things. I'm like, nothing's changing. I'm not sure what the fuck is she touching. I mean, people are watching, but she's like touching every fucking button and nothing's changing. It's still and she's just like you would think something would change. It would like reverb or echo or something. Nothing.
Yeah, maybe
nothing.
Yeah, maybe she is the. Maybe she's just more of a personality than an actual DJ. There's people because you'll get that all the time. I feel like what's a good example? Like people who watch, people like on Twitch, like who watch other people play video games, and a lot of the times it's like they're not even good at video games. They're just there because they like the personality, or maybe it's just a girl in a fucking bikini, and they're like, all right, cool, I get to look at a girl in a fucking bikini. So maybe she is fucking around. Maybe she's not an actual DJ. People.
See, that's why I'm fasting, so I can be a sexy ass body personality on screen. I'm trying to be somebody zaddy next year. That's why I'm fasting. See, so you're about to see me at a 6-pack. I'm gonna be telling a bunch of unfunny ass jokes on live.
Hey, to answer that question about if she's touching anything, what's funny is there is a lot of buttons on these controllers, and I probably only use not even half. I don't even. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess
See,
whatever they use,
busted it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I think
I don't touch all the buttons. I don't.
The difference is, I'm assuming. But do you know what those buttons do?
I do.
Even if you,
I do.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. Is like
they all have a purpose to be on the board.
Yeah. So at least
the purpose
know what
ain't being heard. The purpose
you don't
ain't
have
being
to,
heard. I got an ear for music. I have an ear for music. We used to talk about music growing up all the time. That was like most of our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you don't have to.
Thing.
You don't have to use everything, is what we're saying here, Chuck.
Yeah.
You know, like you might know what it is. Like you might be good with computers, but you don't, put in new programs every day. You might just fucking open up Google Docs and write something out. You don't have to use every little piece of the computer or every piece of the fucking DJ equipment. You know what I mean?
But she
Chuck?
does. There was one time she just went down the line on each row. What the fuck is this? It's entertaining. I want to hear. I want to hear something. A fading of a beat or something. I want to hear something. I
think we figured out why you listen to this person, and it's just to make yourself angry, so you can study her and be like, she's not doing anything right there. She's not doing anything. Maybe if you look closer, maybe you'll realize it's not even plugged in.
You know what? Maybe that's the same reason why people watch Dave Chappelle and still complain, but they see every recent Dave Chappelle special.
Oh yeah, and
stop
people get
watching
angry.
Yeah, stop watching them then.
Yeah,
Stupid motherfuckers.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle, though.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
Stop watching them then.
Stop watching them.
It doesn't make me angry. She just pops up. I just wonder what's going on.
Yeah. But then you said you were anyway, like you're just watching her and you're like, oh look, she's moving this. It's nothing is changing. Nothing is happening. Well, yeah, maybe we should all do a study of this DJ and see, like, maybe DJ TuShay could tell us, like, she's definitely not doing anything right there. nothing is fucking happening right there. Maybe you can.
I'm gonna tag you next time.
Yeah, do that. Because then I might. I mean, unless you're looking at something you're not supposed to really be looking at.
Yeah. Don't watch it around your
significant other.
Yeah, don't watch it around. Don't watch it around. You know what I mean? They were like, "What is you looking at?" Shorty in a two-piece and shit.
I'm studying right now, is what I'm doing.
And no one will believe the actual reason. Like, all right, you're not going to believe me, but Great Morning the podcast asked me to study this woman on how she's DJ. It's like, I don't fucking believe that at all. That's a tough one.
No, babe. You gotta watch the episode. No.
Like, she's not even doing anything.
She's not even doing anything. So what you watching it for? You can't even back that up if you say that. She's not even doing nothing. Then what you watching it for? What you watching it? Am I not sexy enough? No, you is. I just want to see if she's gonna do anything. Not even.
That's funny.
That's funny. So it seems like you can definitely fake some things depending on the personality. But I wanted to ask too, because again, I don't know anything about DJing, and I don't know if any of the listeners out there, I'm sure some of them do, but maybe some of the listeners don't know either. So what are some of the, if there are any, what are some of the hardships that you've run into since you've been a DJ? Like, what is something that, I don't know, has made the work difficult or the process difficult? Anything like that happen?
Sometimes, man, this it's technology, so it's going to do what it do. And I've had this thing crash multiple times. That's the thing. Like, you don't know if it may have worked good on your last set, and then you come to a new one and it's like, oh my, like, what is going on? It's the scratching. I don't ever want to do it. I just don't want to scratch. I hate it. And no disrespect to those who really know how to do that. I don't want to learn. I don't want to do it at all. I just don't.
Why do you hate it? I want to know now.
Because I just can't get it. I think I try. I don't know how they even finding, the actual part where they're going to scratch. I have no clue. And I've stopped. I really haven't studied it, but I checked it out.
It's an 80s thing.
Is that what it is? Yeah. It's an 80s
thing. And you know what? It's like breakdance.
Yeah, I just don't.
Who is still at the club breakdancing? But there are some people that's still out there that can do it.
Yep.
Yeah. But you ain't about to catch me spinning on my head.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is too. I just don't want to learn. It's like, let's leave that there. Let's get to the mixing.
Because you remember the movie Juice? Y'all
Yeah.
ever watched it? Y'all ever seen the movie Juice?
I don't
Murms,
think I have.
I know you didn't watch it, Murms.
Oh, what is that supposed to
Right.
be?
I was gonna say I'm not expecting you to.
Whoa,
Yeah,
all
Murms,
right.
you ain't got it. You don't have to watch it.
You know what? Now I'm gonna watch it just to spite you. I'm gonna watch it.
It's not a spite. It's a great movie.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. That's all you had to say. Jeez.
But
You gotta check out Juice.
Yeah, you gotta watch Juice. I've never met a white person that said they watched Juice. I mean, it's
Oh, my best friend, my baby mama, that bitch right there. I swear to God, she
up.
I don't think she wanted to say it.
Oh yeah. Her baby mama said no.
First of all, if you're a white person in the category as baby mama, you kind of toe away from the people that don't watch Juice.
Oh, you tore away from that community of people.
Yeah, you kind of toe away from it just a little bit because you now classify yourself as a baby mama.
You know, I have
you fucked up and messed with Tyrone. Yes, you're gonna watch Juice. Okay. The Monte got you watching Juice. That's kind of
I like how you said she fucked up. Jesus.
Yeah.
God damn.
Not like and not like you, Murms. You ain't a baby daddy.
Tyrone.
I am not. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not
Hey
yet.
man, Ashley.
Oh boy. Yeah. Ashley, that's funny that you bring up Ashley. She was surprised that I saw all the Friday movies. She was like, "You watch that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Well, because Friday is like a very commercialized movie.
Yeah, it's commercial.
Friday. I think she was surprised I saw all 3.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Why? They're funny." And she was like, "I didn't know white people watch that." I'm like, "What are you talking about? What is?" I've also seen Coming to America. I've seen Boys in the Hood. What are you talking about? I can watch a movie where there's more black people than white people.
But did you watch Menace to Society?
I did watch Menace to Society. Right. Yes.
Oh,
okay. God damn.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Now you gotta watch Juice.
You want to quiz me? Keep asking. Yeah. Keep asking. I'll tell you what movies I've seen.
Let's do this. Let's play this game.
All right. Well,
we got to go down the black movie list now. God damn it.
All right. Give me another one.
Did you watch The Wiz?
I have.
You watched Vampire in Brooklyn?
I have seen Vampire in Brooklyn, but that movie, I will say that movie sucks though. I don't like that movie.
That was fucked up.
That movie. It has nothing to do. All right, with race, of course, it has everything to do with. It's just not that funny. It's not that funny.
I got one for him.
It's not supposed to be funny.
Did you watch
Vampire and? Oh, I'm sorry.
South Central. Have you seen that movie?
No, but I do know of that movie though. So that it's not like that. I've never heard of that movie. I have not watched it though.
But did you watch Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice?
No, I didn't do that.
You didn't see Don't Be a Menace?
No.
All right, before you watch Juice, you gotta watch.
I have seen Blood In, Blood Out.
Okay.
I have.
Did you watch Paid in Full?
You saw Blood.
I don't know what Stephanie's saying. And Chuck, no, I don't think
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Paid in Full.
That's a fucking good one.
Paid in Full is good.
All right, I'll add that to the list as well.
Paid in Full is like Black Goodfellas.
It's a staple. Yeah, that shit is a staple for real. Like if you grew up in the hood and you didn't watch some of these.
Stephanie, I need you to get off of 4G.
Yeah, you need to get on. Stephanie, your internet is fucked today.
Yes.
I don't know what's happening.
Xfinity got $60 for 1,000 megabytes per second. You can do it.
All right, you can all ask me one more movie, and then we got to move on to one of our favorite segments here.
Oh man,
what's one more?
One more.
I hope I've seen it. Yeah, what's one more?
Have you seen Diary
and you
of
can
a
each
Mad
ask
Black
me
Woman?
No, I've not.
What about Medea? Anything?
I have seen some of the Medea. Probably not all of them, but I have seen some of them.
Did you see Big Mama's House?
Yes, I have seen that. Yes.
Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
That's a movie?
That's a movie. Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
I have not seen
it. No.
Did you see how Stella got her groove back?
No, I have not seen it.
Okay, that's one apiece.
I am failing. I was hoping I'd know more of these, and you guys are. I'm like, oh shit. All right, I gotta add it to the list. I love watching movies, so send me this list, and I will give myself homework and watch.
You got black films, boy. You about to have some flavor.
I know. I want to watch all these movies. That way, if anyone ever is like, "Oh, he's never," I bet you've never seen this. And I'd be like, "I've seen it." I've seen
and
it.
all you listeners out there that ain't watched none of these movies too, you gotta watch these movies. Especially if you got black coworkers, you got something to talk about.
That's fucked up.
That's the
Like,
fact.
I ain't trying to go out like Raheem. You know?
Oh man. All right. Anyway, enough about these movies. I want to go ahead and I want to ask everyone here if Stephanie, if you can hear me and you're not cutting out anymore, I'm going to ask you, Stephanie, do you think it's time?
Fuck no.
All right, Jesus. All right. All right. Well, the podcast is over then. We got to end the podcast. So I'm moving along from Stephanie. Chuck, do you think it's time?
I think it's time, baby.
All right. I also think it's time. So Stephanie, you're the odd woman out here. So I'm sorry, but it is time to do one of our favorite segments we like to do here at Great Morning. And that is, of course, the word of the day. Word of the day. Oh, so how the word of the day works, DJ TuShay. This is your first time doing it. So I'm going to explain how I always explain it to the listeners. But if I say it too quickly, because I've been saying this for 3 years now, so I've got it like memorized in my head. So if anything, flies past you want me to repeat, please ask. I'm going to ask you at the end if you understood the rules. So how the word of the day works is usually one of our other co-hosts, Jimmy, is here, but he is not here right now. He's out to sea and he'll hopefully be back soon. But what Jimmy has is he's got this very giant old Webster's dictionary. And what he does is he opens it up and he puts this on a random page. He opens it up. He puts his finger down randomly on whatever page that was. And when he lifts his finger up, whatever his finger landed on will be our word of the day. Of course, he says it, he spells it, and then he gives the definition of it. And since it's an old dictionary, sometimes it has archaic definitions. So I will give a modern day definition if need be. And then what we do is our guest, who is you today, will have to use that word in a sentence. And what we rate these sentences on are how funny the sentence was, how creative the sentence was, and of course, if you use the word correctly in the sentence. Okay. So at the end of the season, what we do with all these sentences is for our season finale, we rate all of our guest sentences and we make a top 10 list. If you make it on the top 10 list, you get invited to the season finale. And if you make number 1, the best sentence of the year, you win a special prize from Great Morning the Podcast. And we've had 2 winners in the past. We've had DeBron's Kneecap was the first winner. And of course, last season was Shooter the Investor won. So we don't.
And I should have won.
I know. Chuck, Chuck, before he came onto the show as a full-time in-studio comedian, he was a guest and he did it twice and he got, what was it? You got 4th and 6th or 4th and 3rd?
Yeah. And you know what? It was better than all of them anyway that won. And they got a nice little crystal trophy, all this.
Yeah.
Man, I should have won.
All right.
Everybody believes it.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Every episode that comes out, they're like, Chuck should have won. All right. Anyway, so since Jimmy's not here, he has sent me a list of words that he went through. I watched him do it with the word of the day. So we're going to go ahead and use one of those words. Do you understand the rules before we begin?
Yes.
All right. Fantastic. So your word of the day is protection. Protection. All right. So I'll give the definition. I think we all know what that means, but the definition is Yes.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, man.
They always say this. I don't know why. I know this is weird. Every word that comes up, Stephanie and Chuck get angry. I don't know why.
Because I had a hard word.
Yeah, some of them are hard, some of them are easy. That's how it goes.
What the fuck?
These easy words.
Anyway, the definition of protection is the action of protecting or the state of being protected. And it is spelled PROTECTION. Anyway, so that is your word. Now it is time for you, our guest, to give us a sentence.
And I can use any sentence I want. I can say whatever I want.
You can say whatever the hell, whatever the fuck you want, whatever the dang nabbit you want to say, as long as it's got protection in it. And remember, you're being rated on how funny it is, how creative the sentence was, and of course, if you use the word correctly.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I just feel like this sentence has been said before, but I don't know.
Go for it.
if I were you, I would be mad that my dad didn't wear protection either.
Damn.
There you go.
Yeah, you roasted somebody. You thought about somebody in that. Somebody's face came up. You mad
That's
at somebody?
my sentence.
Who
That's
hurt
my
you?
sentence. Nobody hurt me.
Who hurt me?
You still my friend. I'll fly out there and beat him up. Who did it? You still my sister.
That's why she took so fucking long. She was like, you know what? Fuck this person. Hold on. Shout out to that person you got roasted. Shout out to you. You
Under whoever. They
great.
underlining you. Who did that?
That's some
No, I feel like everybody might feel that way about someone.
I'm sure.
I show in the hell.
Now listen. Listen, I wish I would have had the fucking word swallow, because my favorite thing to say is your mama should have swallowed you. It's my favorite thing to say.
You wouldn't have won though.
Yeah, swallow was not the word though, Stephanie. It was
just
protection.
because that
I
line
know, but I'm saying if I had the word, that's what I would say. Your mama swallowed you. I don't like it.
All right, again, I mean that's great, but
great
that wasn't the word.
Sentence is amazing.
Oh man,
flaming fire flame.
Jesus,
Stephanie, you are breaking up today. I don't know what's happening.
That was funny though. That was funny.
That was Thank God
that was funny though.
Thank God that was not happening for.
I just wish you said somebody's name because I love drama. Come here.
Yeah, what do you mean? Just say a name on the podcast for the word of the day segment.
Yeah,
we're gonna drop some
name. Drop that motherfucker.
Name drop that motherfucker.
No,
goes out to you, Eric.
Excuse me,
Eric.
Man, I fucking hate that guy.
So random, Eric.
We all know somebody named Eric.
Do we?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, everyone went. Yeah. Yeah, we got.
And spelled all different types of ways too.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that fucking noise?
This person's name starts with a C though.
Oh, is it me? Is it me?
Damn shit. Is it
I said I'd watch the movies. Jeez, just give me some time. I'll watch the movies. Fuck.
It's not you guys.
Oh.
Fortunately, it's not you guys.
It's not.
Appreciate it.
It's not even a guy.
I still will fly out and get in.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's equal opportunity years nowadays. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Is it a name?
If it's not a dude, I'd hit her too.
Now I'm interested. Is it a name we could guess?
Nope. I don't think you'll be able to guess this name.
Nah, man.
Because some people spell it with an S, some people spell it with a C.
Oh, that's easy. Shantae.
No.
What the fuck? You know, my mom was gonna name me Chanel Chantel.
Chanel Chantel?
Yeah, Chanel.
She said the name.
Yeah.
Oh, she did?
Chanel.
Yep.
She did? Oh my God.
Chanel.
Somebody got it.
No,
Chantel.
Yep. That name right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, got it.
Stephanie for the fucking win.
That means she knows her. God. She must know her.
Oh, fuck. That was not expected.
Ride with the ops. You be kicking it with the ops, Stephanie.
Nah, definitely not. My mama was trying to call me Chanel Chantel.
That's because she had DeMonte on the side. She wasn't sure.
Nah, fuck out of here. Nah, she was just, that's that fucking New York City trying to, you know what I'm saying, with fucking bamboo here, hoop earrings. That was the vibe. She was trying to, Chanel Chantel.
Yep, Chantel.
Sound like a bird.
Oh, and you don't like birds.
I don't. I don't like them at all.
Oh man, well I can't believe we got the name after the third fucking thing said. You're like, oh, you're not gonna guess it. It's not like, oh my God.
Stephanie.
Here comes Stephanie saying, not even guessing at the name. Stephanie was just like, my mom wanted to name me this, and fucking got it.
Well, I'm glad she didn't name you that. I'm so glad she didn't name you that.
Yeah, for real. Me too, man. Because you don't seem like a Chantel type.
Chanel Chantel.
You don't seem like the type either.
Chanel
Nah,
Chantel.
you're 100% of Stephanie for sure.
Yeah, you don't
guess.
seem like. I feel like you need this specific person to have two first names.
Yeah.
Like I knew this guy in high school. His name was John Michael, and he was like he was allowed to have that name because I hate making fun of any specific race, but like as a white guy, he looked like if you looked up the definition of a white guy, John Michael would have came up in the Google images. Like that's how he looked. He totally looked like a John Michael. So I feel like it takes a specific person to have two first names. And Stephanie, you don't seem like the person to have two first names.
My middle name is Sierra. I'm Stephanie Sierra.
Well, that's fine. Everyone's got a weird, middle name. Maybe not weird, but everyone's got a middle name. Well, actually, that's not true. Some people don't have a middle name.
Yeah, some people don't have a middle name.
Yeah. Sierra is your middle name?
Sierra.
So you could have been Chanel Chantel Sierra Rodriguez.
Yep.
Wow. That's a name.
And it would have just fit so well with like my surroundings because I'm obviously from Harlem, so it would have blended in so fucking well. Like, all right, I get it. She's from Harlem. Look at her fucking name. Yeah, it would have been cool, but thank God, no, Stephanie Sierra.
Does anybody do poetry in Harlem anymore?
I don't know.
Since we bringing up old shit,
Tiana Taylor does.
So isn't that where Diddy is from? Is Diddy from Harlem? Shout out to Diddy, man. Did you listen to that album?
Hear that? Did you?
What?
Man, that album was Viagra.
Oh yeah, that album. Y'all got to get in tune with that album.
Hey man, that's for the squishy squashy right there, boy. That's for the splishy splash.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is a squishy squashy?
I was just gonna say, what the fuck are we even talking about at this point?
the new Diddy Love album.
Oh, I heard that shit was fire. Not squishy.
Yeah, it is.
Diddy ain't even on it. It's for the squishy squashy.
I heard it was like some like throwback nostalgic shit that we used to love listening to.
Yep.
I was like, all right, well, you know what, Diddy, you fucking got me. Because I'm always complaining about this goddamn music anyway.
Yeah. It's for that goddamn Orlando Brown. That's for that.
What? All right, okay. Because we are actually getting on time here. DJ TuShay, I'm glad you're amused at this because I feel like we've only gotten to ask you actually like 3 questions this whole podcast. Like all we know is you're a DJ at this point.
Isn't that every podcast?
That is a lot of our podcasts. We end up just talking about random shit. I
said that. I told her
that. Yeah, it's cool. I'm cool with it.
Hell yeah. And it's okay. We'll have you on in future episodes where you'll be able to talk more anyway. So because we're actually getting close to time. So I wanted to discuss speaking of podcasts, I wanted to discuss the podcast you're on. So when did that start? Like, when did you start doing that? Are you the host? Is there anyone else on there? Could you explain the podcast to listeners who have never heard it before?
Yes, it's called Wine at the Table, spelled like wine, like crying, like you're whining. Yeah, like a whining. And
sorry, I did not need to do that. That could be edited out. Wow, why did I do that?
No, you're okay.
No, people can stop me.
Keep that.
I didn't do anything. Don't pretend that didn't happen. I'm sorry. Please explain I'm going to shut up.
Do not take that out. Keep that in. So I started it, I want to say 2021 of 2021 April, and it's me and I have one more person, so it's 2 of us. And man, we just get on there, we drink wine. We actually drink wine to get everybody talking, and I have to edit a lot because once the wine actually sinks in,
you were talking some shit.
Yeah, it's bad. But so that's the whole concept. That's the whole concept. It's just drink wine and talk.
Post the unedited shit on OnlyFans. Let's do that.
What?
No, it got real, y'all. Like, it was like family member names were coming up. It was a lot. Yeah.
Well, if they want to hear their name, they got to pay $15.
That sounds like some real juicy couture ass shit.
Yeah.
I need to hop on and be a guest.
It's on. Yeah.
You,
If
you got to get off that 4G
it.
first. Get your.
Shut up. I'm in the basement. I'm sorry.
Stephanie was like, she heard, oh, you drink wine? I could come beyond that. I could definitely do that for you. Yeah, we can all drink wine and make fun of our family members. That's totally, we can all do that.
I do it sober.
So, how the process of, so would you say that's the main process of the podcast is you get on, you drink wine, and then you find topics to talk about? Or is there like, say, a set topic to talk about in that episode or whatever?
Yeah, so we already kind of, got the topics. We started off with like an icebreaker. We'll say everybody has to tell 2 truths and a lie, and we have to figure out what that is. And then that's just how we get it going from there. Like once we do that, that's the first thing we do. Then we just jump into the topics. And a lot of the topics are kind of personal. So I figured, well, people wouldn't really talk unless they were drunk. So that's where the wine, aspect came. I mean, and some people just really want to talk without the wine. They just want to get it off their chest. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's all it's it's pretty, it's really good. I mean,
well,
I was surprised on how it, on how I had to take a break from it because I started going to school. But it surprised me for what it did. I think I did like 8 episodes. So yep. It's pretty good though.
Hell yeah.
I'll check that out.
We'll have
it's
to
on
all
Spotify. Check it out. Check it out.
We will check it out. And you know what? Since, before we get out of here, let's do it. Let's do one from you and let the 3 of us try to guess. So, do that. Give us, what was it? 2 truths and a lie, right?
Yeah, 2 truths and a lie.
So go ahead and do that for us. Let's see if we can guess the lie.
Chuck, okay. Because Chuck knows me, so I have to make it a little
yeah, you got to do things,
Yeah, that he doesn't.
He hasn't been in Chicago. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is what I'll say. I work for CTA. I have 3 children.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, y'all. It's 2 truths and a lie. I just gave y'all.
You just gave us 2 lies.
I just gave you 2 lies.
All right, start again.
Let's
rewind.
Yeah, because I didn't believe damn one of them.
All right, here we go.
The 3 children one sounded wrong anyway because you waited. You were thinking about that one for a minute. I'm like, I bet that's bullshit. I bet that one's the bullshit
3
one.
kids.
All right, here we go. I work for CTA.
Okay.
I DJ'd a Mexican. I've DJ'd a Mexican wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, come on. What is it? Damn it. Hold on, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. And I've been married before.
Okay, I bet that one's the lie because that took the longest to think of it. That's my guess. Stephanie, what do you say?
I say the last 2 are lies.
No, only one can be a lie. We just talked about this. Can't guess 2.
I'm playing. I think it is the Mexican party.
Okay. Chuck, what's a lie?
Working for the CTA. And only because she admitted it in like a sentence ago.
All right.
She was like, I just gave y'all 2 lies. Let me.
Oh, that's true. I thought you reworded it. Oh, so is that the lie?
She admitted it
hey, yeah, he's right.
Shit.
I be looking down, but I'm paying attention.
I actually work for the post office, and I have DJ'd a Mexican wedding. That was fun. And I have been married before.
There you go. All right. Well, all right. Damn. Wow. Okay. Oh, so it was harder to think of the truths. I got you.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, because I'm like, Chuck knows, he knows most of this stuff. So it was like, well, I can't say this and this. So I threw the CTA in there to throw him off because I don't know if he knew I worked there or not. But
I don't know what you do. I just knew you was a DJ. Ain't like you be posting goddamn work selfies. And I wouldn't post I ain't posting work selfies either. You know what I mean? Every post office I go in, it's hot as hell up in that motherfucker. Shit made out of bricks. And damn, they built these motherfuckers like armor trucks. What the fuck is the hell's in the post? Why the post offices got to be built so damn sturdy?
Rain or shine.
I swear, post office is like a Waffle House for mail.
A good question. That's a good question.
Well, I'm glad we got some time to talk about the things we did. I wish we had more time to ask you more questions, but we can do that in a future episode. Stephanie, Jesus Christ. Fucking take it easy over there. Fucking burping. This is our first time guest here. Let's not act like complete animals in front of our new guest for the first, her third episode, we can act like animals.
How come her 4G allowed all the burps to come through?
I know. Everything she tried to say is like we couldn't hear, but every time she had to fucking pass gas some way, we fucking hear that. All right. Anyway, so DJ TuShay, thank you so much for coming on. But what we do here before we wrap things up, we are wrapping things up, but what we do here as we wrap things up is we go around the computer screen and do our last minute plugs. So starting with Stephanie, hopefully it doesn't cut out here. Stephanie, do you have any last minute plugs for listeners?
Can y'all hear me?
For now, just go for it.
All right.
Just say it.
Listen, continue to fucking listen to the podcast. If not, I'm gonna smack you.
Up. It cut out. There you go.
3.
Oh boy, Stephanie. No, it's over. It's done. It's done. You don't get plugs today. I'm sorry. That's it. We're fucking done. The plugs are over for Stephanie. Chuck, my friend, do you have any last minute plugs for the listeners?
Hey, share the damn podcast. Give DJ TuShay a listen. Spotify. Hey, shout out to thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Everybody's following like they following. They doing what they doing. Buy some merch. The t-shirt's nice. I wear it. It flexes on the muscles that you don't have, so it shows something.
There you go.
You'll be able to show the fat on the arms and make you look good. You know what I mean? We don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. They long enough. So if you got a dad bod and you stretch and your belly button poke out on your regular shirts, get these shirts. When you bend over and your butt crack shows a little bit because your shirts are too small, get these shirts.
That's a good, that's true. Yeah. They are tight fitting. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Chuck, for those last minute plugs. And my last minute plugs before we get into our honored guest is, of course, you can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on Instagram. That is our Instagram podcast page. That's where you'll find out all the information about new guests, new specials, all that coming out. You can follow Trip God Jimmy. That is TRYPGODJIMI. You can follow Slightly Special with 2 L's at the end. You can follow You Love Steph. You can follow Topazkin. And you can shop for your merchandise at shopgreatmorning.com. Again, that is shopgreatmorning.com. Also, on whatever podcast app you listen to us on, we're on everything. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on your general podcast app that you just download from whatever. We're on it all. YouTube. So go ahead and give us that that 5-star rating, that thumbs up, whatever it is on that app, and leave us a comment. Leave us a comment. We love reading the comments, and we love listening or reading the DMs. Some of them are interesting. So please feel free to do that as well. Also, real quick, I know it's early because we just had a special, but we already know what the next special is going to be. So there's no need to hold it off. We are going to announce it now. Our next special will be, of course, the Great Morning Halloween Spectacular Part 5. Part 5. Wow, we've done this 5 times. 5 seasons, 5 times. And of course, that will be released on Halloween Day. All right. So you can listen to it Halloween Day, or you can listen to it November 5th, whatever you fucking feel like. All right. So it'll be out then. So stay tuned for that special. And that will probably be the last special of this season. And that is always one of our favorites to do. It'll be long. It'll be, spooky. It'll be, there'll be fucking the ghost of Thomas Jefferson is going to be there. It's going to be great. So, stay tuned for that. Anyway, that is it for my last minute plugs. DJ TuShay, thank you so much for coming on. It was an honor having you here. I wish we had time to ask you more questions, but we ended up talking about a bunch of other shit. That's how it goes sometimes here, but we'll have you on in future episodes and we'll be able to discuss more and more stuff, or just talk about nonsense again. Who knows how? But please, if you have any last minute plugs, please feel free to share it with all the listeners right now.
Everybody, this was a great podcast. Good morning. I had a great morning. Everybody check this out. Keep being yourself. Keep doing what you do. I want to tell everybody, be yourself. At the end of the day, just be yourself. Don't do nothing that don't make you happy. And if it ain't fun, you ain't having fun.
Amen. Just like what Uncle Fester said.
Or should I say, if you ain't having fun, it ain't fun.
Yeah, that's true.
I had that.
Uncle Fester said, yeah, boy, just be yourself. You ain't gonna can't be yourself.
Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much for coming on. It was an honor having you on. And of course, everyone, that was our episode. Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.